Again, welcome back to another review. This is another paid request, this time for Brawl at Stipe. First off, thank you for that. Second off, for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics or commentaries, randomness, out of the blueness, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now this is for G.I. Joe Retaliation. And I remember when the trailer for this came out. And I think for some reason it got delayed a year. And you see the trailer and you just assume, oh, this is going to be so much better than Rise of Cobra. Because you got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, you got very little Channing Tatum. Bruce Willis going to be in it. Snake Eyes doesn't have his DSL lips. Cobra Commander actually looks like Cobra Commander. And because it has those attributes, sadly, this makes this film, I think, even worse than Rise of Cobra. Watch it again. I think when I first saw this, I went, maybe it's better. But watch it again, it's even more of a missed opportunity. And that makes me even more fucking pissed. Because you have little attributes that work. Snake Eyes looks like Snake Eyes. He has this weird funky lips like he did in Rise of Cobra. Snake Eyes is cool. Cobra Commander actually looks like Cobra Commander. But then let's do jack shit with him. It's more Jon M Pryce as Zartan's movie. I mean, you look at it, it is more his movie than Cobra fucking Commander. Or Ray Stevenson as Firefly. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's not bad, but compared to even the other films he's done, there's really nothing that makes his character stand out. And it doesn't help that the action scenes suck, because you get the fucking director who did a Justin Bieber concert film, Step Up 2, and Step Up 3 dicks in my face. 3D. Maybe you should not get the fucking director who did Justin Bieber concert films. Oh, he did Crazy Rich Asians. That does not equal a fucking action film. An action director. So you get action scenes heavy into the cut, shaky cam business. And the action scene anyone remembers is the cliffside battle between Snake Eyes and his protege Jinx with these ninjas, and all that you saw in the fucking trailer. They gave the entire fucking thing away. It doesn't work as a sequel because most of the cast from the first film just disappears with no word or iota. Where's Marlon Wayans' character, Ripcord? Where's Dennis fucking Quaid and his character, Hawk? Where's Scarlet? Where the fuck is anybody? The only one you see is Duke, Channing Tatum. And then, surprisingly, he dies, but maybe not surprisingly, because he didn't want to do the first movie. And Channing Tatum is a guy that I've actually warmed up to a little bit, because I liked him in 21 and 22 Jump Street. I liked White House Down. I did. So, but he was not a good fit for G.I. Joe. He wasn't. Should have been a number of other actors. So, okay, they kill him off. Surprising, but where's Marlon Wayans? Where's Dennis Quaid? Where's anybody? It's just fucking weird as a sequel to not even mention them. And then Storm Shadow, how they completely do a 180 on his backstory, which I call bullshit. Well, actually, he didn't kill his master. Zartan killed the master with his disguise. But why? Why would he kill a master so that hopefully this little kid will join him? Even though in the first movie, Storm Shadow hated Zartan and thought he was a piece of shit for how he acted and killed people. But then he even kills people at the beginning of this film. when he's trying to get Cobra Commander out. He's killing people. But now he's supposed to be a good guy. And we're supposed to root for him. Even though he was killing people left and right. Not only in the first one, but at the beginning of this film. And... in the first film, there's a moment where he is looking at a picture and he's got these fearful eyes. He's remembering the moment that he killed his master and he's haunted by it. And at the end, he hates Zartan, but yet he follows Zartan. It's like the people who made this did not watch the first fucking movie. And if you don't be lazy, then just do a reboot. Just do a fucking entire reboot. Say the first film doesn't exist. If you're not going to give an iota of shit. You build up this one guy to be Destro, finally get the metal mask, and then the second one, nope, we're not going to let him out because you're out of the band. What the fuck kind of line is that? You're out of the band. What, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Buttfuck Boys. Just, goddamn it, Bareback Boys. So this fucking movie might as well be. And the movie on itself is not worth the shit. Snake Eyes, very, very underused. Ray Park does a wonderful job physically, but it's hindered by piss poor direction. Because again, you got the guy who directed a fucking Justin Bieber concert film. Never Say Never. How about Never Say Never direct a movie again? John Chu. Chew on that. Let's bring up these gadgets that we never see again. Oh, we have this thing that goes through the wire fence. I mean, granted, we have these things called wire cutters that would have done the same thing without this being more noticeable. And that shit never comes back. You have a moment where someone has a fucking remote control bullet. There's about 40 times that would come into play later on, a remote control bullet. Why is that never brought back to when the shit really matters? A remote control bullet. Hey, The Rock, when you want to kill Jon M, Pryce, who you think is Zartan, maybe the remote control bullet would work. Or hey, when you need to try to kill Cobra Commander, maybe the remote control bullet would work. Or you need to go rescue the president at the end. Maybe let Bruce Willis have the remote control bullet. You know, that gun. Now, we don't forget about that shit. And even the action scenes suck. They're not interesting. They're not fun. They're not exciting. They're not suspenseful. Other than the ninja cliffside, I dare anyone to remember an action scene. And even that, I wasn't that impressed with, because it's just a bunch of CGI. It's not like a lot of it's green screen CG. And the other characters, you got Lady J, who seemed more of a badass in the cartoon. Here, she's just... look at me, I'm hot. Nothing to her. Flint. I actually remember liking Flint in the cartoon. Flint is a pile of nothing in this. He does nothing worth the shit. He does nothing essential. The only thing I remember is he puts up a fucking flag at the beginning. What the fuck else does Flint do? He's so fucking useless in this fucking movie. Yeah, take a character that's pretty fun in the cartoon, make him fucking pointless. And just like bad dialogue. You know, I would rather watch Rise of Cobra. As bad as that film was, I would rather watch Rise of Cobra. Because even it tried to be a bit more interesting in its sci-fi stuff, but... this one... if you take out like 3 things, it's just another generic, boring action film. So what, they do a mission to sneak in and be stealthy. Then the next time they do a mission, they're the opposite of stealthy. When the title comes up is weird. It's when Channing Tatum says, if you want to drown someone, invite me. While The Rock is trying to drown someone in a joking way. And then the title comes up. I'm like, that's when G.I. Joe Retaliation comes up? That's a weird edit. Snake Eyes is testing this girl named Jinx. Gets some nice moves. Granted, it's not edited correctly, because you're doing it too fucking fast and quick. Snake Eyes looks better with no fucking lips on it. Why the hell is the RZA here? RZA, get the fuck out of here. Then they're on another mission. The G.I. Joes get missiles, remote control bullet that's never used again. And you get this weird dialogue, like Jonathan Pryce, who was the bad guy in Tomorrow Never Dies. He was Jack in Jumpin' Jack Flash, Whoopi Goldberg. He's been in a lot of other stuff. He's Zartan. He was Arnold Vosloo in the first movie, and he's pretended to be the president, and now he's... Again, there's more of him. Cobra Commander, for fuck's sake. The Joes are going to be out of the picture. I mean, alive on Earth. What the fuck does that mean? That's a clunky way to say it. Joe's going to be out of the picture. And what I mean by that is, they're going to be alive on Earth. Even for... What the fuck is this? So the team gets killed for most part, including Channing Tatum, because he hated working on the first film, so this is probably like a contractual obligation. Which I guess no one else had, because all the other people in the first film fucking-peared, or died off screen, or whatever the hell happened. Storm Shadow's undercover to get Cobra Commander. And again, Storm Shadow like kills everybody, but yet we're supposed to act as if he's a fucking good guy later on. Whatever. Shaky cam, bad camera work. How the fuck is Storm Shadow even alive after the first film? They don't explain it. Why did you build up Destro and then you just keep him frozen? You're out of the band. What the fuck was the point of building him up? What was the point of putting a fucking metal mask on him? I mean, Destro was an important character in G.I. fucking Joe. And maybe I'm less lenient on this because you've had a film where you could look at the positives and the negatives. So your second film should blow it out of the water, and it blows my ass. Blows my balls. So it's The Rock, Lady J, Flint, pretty much them left. Snake Eyes is doing his thing with James. They go somewhere. First because The Rock down to the ghetto, and then to go see the original Joe, Bruce Willis. Now Bruce Willis, I'm going to ease off on Bruce Willis and my thoughts on his acting because from what I understand earlier this year, it's been found out that he's battling dementia and short-term memory loss. And maybe it's been going on for the past 2 years. Granted, he's been iffy acting well before that. In his entire career, it seems like he's always been a dick, which is not called for. You talk to plenty of directors, you talk to people who worked on Moonlighting, people who worked on Mercury Rising, people worked on Striking Distance. Like, that guy's a bit of a dick. There's no room for that. You don't need to do that. As for his acting, again, it's been more but for the past couple years, when his acting seems off, if that's the case, that's too bad. To be fair, that's too bad. But anyway, this is 2013, so it'd be well before that. But if they say 2 years, who knows what was going on before that? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm sure they want to keep that as private as they can. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis. And he's given bad lines. For some reason he says, "Shut up, shut your mouth, Brenda." And then Lady J's like, "My name's not Brenda." I don't know if this was meant to be funny. Who the hell is Brenda? Why are we mentioning Brenda? What, shut your mouth, Brenda? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't know. He's in like 3 scenes. The first time they meet, the second time they get weapons, and the third time to go get the president. With that shot in the trailer from the back of the pickup truck. Now, I mean, you get Bruce Willis. Why don't you get Bruce Willis to fight Cobra Commander? You would think, hey, the original Joe versus Cobra Commander, that'd be pretty cool. No, let's let him fight some wannabe evil Secret Service guys. And, okay, rescues the president. But I'm like, you get Bruce Willis, have him some of the outlandish stuff of G.I. Joe, like Cobra Commander. Bruce Willis pissing off and fighting Cobra Commander, wouldn't that be cool? Can't have that. Flint is a non-essential in this fucking movie, so there's nothing to say about him. Rock fights Ray Stevenson in very heavy shaky cam. Storm, Shadow, Snake Eyes fight, but it's hard to follow because the action sucks, because it's edited piss poorly, because again, you get the director of Step Up 2 and Step Up 3D and Jim and the fucking holograms. Yeah, the director did Jim and the holograms. This is the guy you get to direct a fucking big budget G.I. Joe action movie. Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. A fucking concert film of Justin Bieber. There's nothing that showed he had any action chops, and this proved it. Why he didn't do action films ever again, as far as I can remember. Just Step Up 2, 3, Justin Bieber, Jim and the Holograms, Crazy Rich Asians. Even if it's a director I like Ivan Reitman, I would not get Ivan Reitman to direct a G.I. Joe movie. And he's a good director. Sometimes you gotta get the right guy for the right fit. John Chu was not it. And then you get that whole cliffside fight. They did most of it was in the trailer. They capture Storm Shadow, and Zartan killed their master, and he didn't really kill the master, but he said in the first film he did, because he was goading Snake Eyes on when our master died. Like, he's pissing Snake Eyes off purposely with that. He's not saying, I didn't kill our master, so that's bullshit. That's something they pulled out of their fucking tight ass. It was so ineptly written, even for a fucking G.I. Joe movie. You want to see a good G.I. Joe movie? Go watch Rambo 3. Especially the ending. There's your fucking G.I. Joe movie. And then, again, so Jon M. Pryce wants to, as the president, wants this universal disarmament. Well, you Superman from Superman 4. But no, it's Zartan trying to fuck up all the nuclear mess. I was almost Chekhov from Star Trek 4. The nuclear vessels. Cobra Commander barely seems like a fucking character too. So again, Bruce Willis, Lady J, they rescue the president. The two ninjas team up in the area where there's other ninjas, and Cobra Commander fucks off. And The Rock, in his big vehicle, blows some shit up, chases Ray Stevenson. They get into a shitty fight that's like... Again, can't follow the action, bad editing, bad shaky cam. Then he gets a briefcase, blah blah blah, stops the big weapon, and it's over. I mean, again, you get Bruce Willis, you get The Rock. You know what worked and didn't work in the first movie. You get a Cobra Commander that looks more like Cobra Commander. You get Snake Eyes that looks more like Snake Eyes. And you still fail. And in a way, it makes it fucking worse as a Cobra. Because of that. Because you have the opportunity to be better. You have the opportunity to look at what you've done and haven't done. This action sucks. Because if it's not the characters, name 3 things worth a shit about The Rock's character. Not The Rock himself, The Rock's character in the movie. 3 things worth a shit. Flint, name something he does. Lady J, other than try to go into a party and look pretty, name something she does. Jinx, she's there that helps Snake Eyes, and then she like disappears. Like she's not really in the rest of the film that I remember. These cool gadgets you set up at the beginning, like a remote control bullet, none that's played up at the end. I mean, hell, fucking White House Down is a better action movie than this. If you want to talk about Channing Tatum. The Rock, go watch The Rundown. That's better than this. Yes, I would rather watch Walking Tall than this. I mean, I'm sure the new Snake Eyes is fucking worse because let's not have Snake Eyes in a movie called Snake Eyes. Let's not have him in the fucking suit till the last 5 minutes or so I've heard. So yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. And the music, I can't remember a damn thing about the music. The humor is piss poorly done. Oh, Zartan is playing Angry Birds. Because it shows how nonchalant he is. Oh, look at what I'm doing. I got a high score. Take that high score, shove up your high ass. So, G.I. Joe, Retaliation. There's a fucking reason it didn't do that much better than the first film, box office wise. And there's a reason why it took so many years. And the film they did was a fucking Snake Eyes movie that, guess what, no one gave a shit about. Which is crazy. A Snake Eyes movie should be like, oh, cool. But when it takes Hollywood 3 times to make a decent Wolverine film with Logan, because they fucked up the first 2 times, when they can't make a half-decent fucking G.I. Joe movie, do you really expect Hollywood to be worth a fucking piss in the wind? Fuck and no. So fuck this movie. Maybe next time don't get the director did fucking Justin Bieber concert movies. Just a fucking thought. You get it for free.